Alright, so in this video I'm going to discuss top 5 citizenships or passports that you can obtain by investing in a property. Now, why would you invest in a property abroad, right? You can invest in a property in your home country. That's what normal people do. So there are two real big reasons why smart people invest abroad. One is in your home country, you're not getting nothing, right? You might get some financial returns, but in today's times, you might even face losses. Again, not investment advice. But when you go abroad and you invest the same monies abroad, you have access to a larger area, so you can pick and choose your options. And secondly, what you also get is a passport. You can apply for citizenship, you can get a residency, and then that can convert into citizenship. So you have multiple benefits of looking outside. Now, before we deep dive into all the topics, if you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure to turn the bell notification on and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest developments within the RCBI domain. Now, the first option I would like to discuss is the Serbian option, right? Now, if you invest and you purchase any property in Serbia, then you can qualify for residency. There's a very interesting development. My regular viewers would know this, but if you're new, there's a new development that's happening within Serbia. The government is closely considering changing their requirements, their rules for residency to citizenship. So if that happens, it's currently in draft. I'm closely monitoring the whole situation with my attorneys in Serbia. But if that goes into effect, then they're looking at reducing the residency time frame to a year. So let's say you have a residency secured in Serbia, you spend a year, and then you can be eligible for citizenship. The reason why they're looking at this is because there's extremely heavy demand for residency to citizenship in Serbia. It has gone exponentially increased, a lot of investments now happening in Serbia. So if you're subscribed to my channel, rest assured you would be informed the moment that happens. Also, if you are a regular, then consider joining the advanced polls and chats. I upload a lot of content over there. A lot of breaking news appears over there first. So if you're time sensitive, then consider the advanced polls and chats. Now, Serbia is one option, right? For now, you can obviously one can look at investing, and there's no threshold. So that's the big advantage within Serbia. Currently, you're required to reside over there for a substantial amount of time in order to maintain the residency. So that's the existing rule. But if the new rule goes into effect, then you're looking at expedite pathway to citizenship. Early movers will obviously have the advantage because they would have been early in the game to take advantage of this whole situation. You can always click the link in the description, book a call with us, and you can get started if you're interested in this option. The second on my list is Mauritius. Great country, very immigration friendly these days. They're coming up with a lot of exciting opportunities and programs. The deal with Mauritius is if you invest 375K in the Mauritian market, and the big reason why a lot of smart people, a lot of successful people do this is for legal diversification. So if you're investing your capital in an outside country, you're getting a couple of major advantages. One is you're getting access to a foreign jurisdiction. So let's say from a legal standpoint, you have an advantage there over your competitors. You have an additional jurisdiction. The second major thing over here is diversification of funds. A lot of successful rich people don't want to take the risk of having all their investments within their home country. Your home country government could be draconian. A lot of Western governments are taking that stance. Monies are not yours, it's theirs. When they want it, when they need it, they'll tweak the rules, change the rules, and you could be in trouble. So a lot of people want to take advantage of moving their capital out and diversify. So the main reason is diversification of portfolio of capital of funds. The secondary reason is access to foreign exciting markets. And the third one is obviously getting that residency permit, which can then lead to citizenship. Now with Mauritius, having the residency starts at 375 in a property investment, gets you immediately in with a residency permit. You can work yourself towards citizenship. The other alternative, if you want to get on an expedite pathway to citizenship in a couple of years, you're looking at slightly more in investments in Mauritius, and that can set you straight on your path to a Mauritian passport. The passport is in itself one of the strongest in Africa's. So that's a big advantage with Mauritius. The third one on the list is Ecuador. Let's say you aren't ready to invest that big of a capital. We're looking at around 50K. The official requirement is 42.5K USD, and this is USD. So you're moving funds in the US dollar, investing funds in dollars, and when you're extracting the monies, it's again in the same currency. So there's no currency exchange fluctuations that you got to worry about over there. The deal is pretty sweet. You invest 42.5K, let's say 50K in a property. Let's say it's a small condo. It doesn't hurt a lot of people, right? Having that condo in Ecuador gives you instant access to an Ecuadorian residency. It's a flexible residency, so you can use it as much as you want. You can keep it as a plan B. And if you want to convert this residency in a couple of years, then you can change it to a permanent residency. There's obviously some attachment you got to show. There's some requirements that you need to satisfy in order to convert it into permanent. Now, if you have missed my video on the whole Ecuador option, you can always return and take a look at this video. It has more details about this option. Once you convert it into permanent, you can then, after 3 years, you qualify for an Ecuadorian citizenship. So that's a straightforward pathway. Again, you got to satisfy some minimum residency requirements in order to convert it to a citizenship. So that's the third one. The fourth one, I think, is a big one. It's a very interesting one, is Mexico. If you invest a 350K USD in Mexico, then this is not donation. This is no donation, right? This is your own property in a beautiful country, up and coming destination for a lot of expats. Tons of people from the US, Canada, and the West are looking at Mexico because it provides that beautiful balance, gives you that Western life and vibe, access to your home country, pretty easy to be back and forth. Plus, you want to move your funds in an outside country. It can't get better than Mexico. The property investments are getting better and better every day. The prices are really interestingly moving. So that's a big advantage to a lot of people. A lot of people look for great opportunities in Mexico. So 350K can get you an immediate residency in Mexico. This is a flexible residency all the way up until towards the end. In the end, year and a half, you're looking at that solid, strong Mexican passport, which has access to Canada. So really not missing out on a whole lot over there with the Mexican passport. One of the best options I feel that's available today. Now, if you want to take a look at the video with my attorney, there's some advantages with the citizenship process. It functions slightly different to some other countries. It's a very streamlined, very certain process. So you can return and take a look at this video. This covers a lot in detail, including the safety situation, the pollution situation, and a whole lot of information within that video. And finally, if you're looking for something immediate, you want to buy a property and immediately get a citizenship in return, then on number 5, I have Turkey. In Turkey, if you purchase a property worth 400K, before it was 250K, it was even better, but nonetheless, it's still not a bad deal because you're buying a property in Turkey. The passport is geopolitically very solid, very diversified for someone from the West. So initially when this started, a lot of Westerners were concerned, well, this doesn't really fit my ideology, or it's very different. It's a Muslim nation. But I think with Erdogan's re-election, just the way the West is behaving, I think it doesn't hurt to have this passport in your portfolio, right? Not everyone's cup of tea, but a lot of people cherish this, having this diversification. 400K is no donation, right? It is your own property within Turkey. If you find the right spots, you can really benefit from this. Personally, you have access to Istanbul airports. If you're someone who frequently travels or likes collecting a lot of residencies and be in different parts of the world, then it gives you that beautiful connectivity with the airport. It obviously gives you property in that country, rights in that country, including citizenship, etc. So that's the 5th option on my list. And as I said, at any point in time you're interested in getting started with any of these residencies, there are a lot of ways where these are just the real estate options, but there are other ways of obtaining these and other residencies. If you're interested in that eventual powerful citizenship, you can always click the link. As I said, get in touch with us. We have attorneys that work in multiple places, and we can discuss the best fit, get you started. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, make sure you're subbed, and catch you in this next one.